And we're back with another episode of It's That Easy. This is the Saturday night edition, going over the games we've just picked for today. And actually, there's Sunday games. Can you believe it? Sunday college basketball games. It never stops. And I looked ahead at the week. There's games all week long. So if you're watching, please like and subscribe. We greatly appreciate that. But yeah, let's get into these games really quick of what went on today. So we had some good ones in the morning. Tennessee covered, which was... They were the dogs, and they actually went to Vandy, won. Arizona, another dog, went to Houston, won the game. So when you pick them to cover, guess what? If they win the game, they cover. Missouri hung in there. They didn't win in Arkansas, but they only lost by 8. So they were picked to lose by 10.5. That was a good one. I picked Michigan. I thought Michigan would have a little bit of little more firepower. And Duke, hats off to Duke. Man, those guys showed up and they showed out, and they hung in there. When it got close, every shot that Michigan made, they matched it, and then they beat them at the end. So good game. Let's see how that goes into the tournaments here. Let's see. Illinois is playing UCLA right now, so that's a tough one. I think it's actually tied. Villanova did not do well against Connecticut, so that was not a cover. I gave them the the home court advantage kind of deal, but yeah, that didn't work out for them. Let's see. Texas went to Georgia, and Texas was not up for it against Georgia. So, Georgia put it to them. That's okay. We beat them in Austin. They beat us in Athens. So we'll see what happens next time. Miami showed up. We talked about this on our podcast last time, that Miami they were a good second half team. Well, sure enough, actually, they were a good first half team. They actually came out of the blocks leading the game. Virginia had to fight back, ended up taking the lead. I think Virginia ended up winning, but they only won by 2 or 3 points, maybe 4 points. So, the 8.5, they did not cover that one, but they did win. So Miami would have been a really good pick there. And then Turkey Crib, he did call this one. He said that North Carolina could probably win by 20. It was looking rough in the beginning, even through the second half, through the halftime. But when they got into the second half, North Carolina started to pull away. I think they ended up winning by 14 or 16 points. So that was a really good call. So to have them to cover was really good there. So a couple wins so far. We still got Illinois and then the Iowa State game tonight. So, my record could get a little better here. We'll see how that goes. But so here are the games for tomorrow. I wanted to run these out there so that if you're looking and you're like, man, didn't get enough betting done on Sunday, on Saturday, I want to try for Sunday. Well, here's some games. So a couple of top 25 teams are playing. Wisconsin is hosting Iowa. Wisconsin is a 2.5-point favorite, but here's the crazy thing about them. They just came off a loss, probably one of their worst games that they played against Ohio State. It was at Ohio State, but you know what? They were picked to win, and Ohio State doesn't have the record that Wisconsin had. Wisconsin really, what, on the bed, and yeah, they lost bad. Iowa, on the other hand, beat Nebraska, so they're on the upswing. Wisconsin on the downswing. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to win at Wisconsin, but here's the thing. If you're looking for a dog for tomorrow, Iowa could be your team. You never know. 2.5 points, plus 2.5 points there. And then I was looking at their defenses. These guys play really good defense. Iowa only gives up 64 points a game, whereas Wisconsin gives up 76. So that over-under, if you're looking for an under, this could be your game as well. So just putting that out there for you. Ohio State goes to Michigan State to play. Michigan State is a 9.5-point favorite, but they're 11-4 in the Big Ten. Ohio State's 9-6. Ohio State did come off that big win against Wisconsin. Michigan State has done a good job recently. They lost at Wisconsin, but they did beat Illinois and they did beat UCLA recently. So, you know what? I'm going to go with Michigan State to cover. I think their home record will be there for them, and they'll be able to take care of business there. They only give up 66 points a game, whereas Ohio State gives up 73. So defense wins championships. It also wins games at home. So I'm going to go Michigan State on this one. But then now we're going to jump into, so that's the only couple of top 25 teams. So I looked at them, the American Conference. We're going to jump right into the American Conference. And we got Rice going to Tulane. So I picked this one because I watched Tulane the other day. I watched them go to UNT, North Texas. And North Texas was actually favored by 6.5 points. Well, guess what? Tulane was actually losing deep into the second half. And then, man, took control of the game, took it over. I looked at this game. Rice doesn't have a very good record. They're 11-15, 5-8 in the conference. Tulane is 7-6 in the conference, coming off a good win on the road at UNT. I figured they're at home. They will take care of business at home, even though that's supposed to be a green wave, right? It looks like an octopus with a hat on, but it's not. It's actually a green wave. They will cover 6.5 points tomorrow. Here's the one I had trouble with. So UAB goes to Memphis. So like 4 games ago, Memphis went to UAB. UAB is still the higher. Well, they got more wins, 17-10. Memphis is 12-14. But they beat UAB at UAB by 10 points. And they were about the same. They both give up close to 74 points a game. They both score roughly 75 to 79 points a game. So it's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to go out on a limb here, even though Memphis is picked. And I know why, because one, they beat them already, and they're at home now. But Memphis has lost 3 in a row. UAB has only lost one of the last 4 games since losing to Memphis. So I'm going to say, you know what, UAB says, hey, it's our time. That's a pretty cool dragon, too, with fire. So why wouldn't they win over a tiger that's jumping over an M, and barely make it? Actually, he may not even make it. That looks like a person jumping over a hurdle, and you're like, yeah, they're not going to make that. So if you jump that, you fall on that hurdle, yeah, you can't even make the next one. So, yeah, I'm picking the dragon with the fire. They're going to cover 4.5. Could they win? Could be another underdog, so you never know. And then the last game, that's an owl. It's a weird-looking owl, but it's Florida Atlantic traveling to North Texas. And this time, North Texas is a 2.5-point favorite. When they played Tulane, I think they were a 6 or 7.5-point favorite. They actually have similar record. They're both 15-12. Florida Atlantic actually has a better record in the conference, 7-7. The Mean Green, which is North Texas, is 6-8. But look how cool it's an eagle. They're the North Texas Mean Green, but there's an eagle there. So whatever that is, good for them. But here's the thing: I think North Texas says, you know what, we messed up. We overlooked Tulane, but this time we're going to take care of business against Florida Atlantic. North Texas only gives up 66 points a game, where Florida Atlantic gives up 74 points a game. So I think North Texas covers. With that spread there, that's like 8 points. Let's say they're probably going to win by 7 or 8. I'm going to go with that. So those are your picks for Sunday. I will post those on TikTok. If you're watching, please like and subscribe. Totally appreciate it. Hope you had a great day of betting on Saturday. And if you're still itching there to say, I need to make some bets on Sunday, here are some great bets for you there. And I would just say good luck. We actually have, I'm going to have shows coming out the rest of the week because I looked at Monday through Friday of next week, and there are top 25 games every day. There are some big non-top 25 teams that are playing. There are going to be some good games as well. So we're going to dive into those each night. So hopefully we see you each night. And maybe by next week, your wallet is going to be like 4 times the size. All those checks you're putting in there. Well, actually pesos. We haven't had big peso in a while. We will have them soon. And hopefully you bet a lot and you win tons of pesos. All right. Have a good evening. Even though they lost, hook 'em.